today, Friday, was a special day at the kids' school. They all go to the same school. Donuts with Dad. I don't know. It's a yearly thing that they do.
I know why they do that.
They put together a whole bunch of donuts. Exactly as it sounds. They lay out a whole bunch of donuts, and the idea is that all the dads spend the morning before they start their classes with their kids eating donuts. And it's supposed to be, I guess it's supposed to be a social thing with the dads.
It's supposed to be fun with your kids.
I don't do that part. But yeah, it's supposed to be fun with your kids. However, this activity was not made for twin parents, A, and B, fathers who don't normally take their kids to school and don't know anything about it. I have been inside of my children's school approximately 5 times.
That's generous.
In 5 years, okay? And most of them were for graduations or ceremonies of some type or pictures, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Suffice it to say, I do not know my way around the school. I don't know the protocols. You have to enter a code to go into the school.
Fingerprints. You have to do fingerprints.
You got to do this whole thing, right? I don't know any of these procedures. So I arrive. First off, I didn't realize how much of a terrorist all of my children are in the morning.
Oh.
My middle child, Kyber, cried the entire way to school. Now, I'm not used to this. So I'm talking to him. I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong? Like, I'm thinking something's wrong. No, the little shit just wants to cry.
Did he drop his car?
I have no idea.
He probably dropped his car.
No idea. But he cried the entire way there. So already I was in such a good mood. So I get there. And both of my twin boys decided they didn't want to walk anymore. So I'm now carrying both of my sons with their backpacks. And I am relying on my 5-year-old daughter to direct me where to go because I don't know where to go. And my daughter gets distracted. I don't know where she got that from, but she gets distracted. So I'm like, baby, where do we go? Where do we go? And she's stopping to pick flowers and all this. And I'm carrying these boys. So we finally get into the room. I'm already sweating because it's hot outside. And we get inside, and I guess it's the principal or it's somebody, and I know the woman. She recognizes me, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. And she's like, oh, I assume I know why you're here. And I'm like, well, yeah, I normally wouldn't fucking be here.
This is not my morning preference, ma'am.
This isn't my jam. So yeah, fucking wizard over here. Okay. So she's like, well, you go down the hall and on the left. And I'm like, okay, well, do I do any check-in? And she's like, no, I'll take care of all that. So I was like, okay, I was thankful for that. So I didn't have to do all the fingerprinting and all that bullshit. So we go in, and in previous years, this is, like I said, this is a yearly thing. I think this is only the second time I've ever gone. I did it once with Guinevere by herself, and that was nice. When I did it by herself, we had gone to a big-ass You've
got this, babe.
Why did I have so much trouble with the word gymnasium?
You got it.
Holy bucket
I was
biscuits.
Thank you so much, True Stalker.
True Stalker, yes. Thank you very much for gifting 5 subs. We greatly appreciate that, my friend.
Let's try to make your day better.
Are you tired of my story? Man, why did I have so much? I really think I just had a stroke trying to say that word. I was going to say gymnasium. I don't know what I was going to say. Anyway, it was in a gymnasium. The first time I went with Bray,
He's had a day, you guys. Just forgive him.
First time I
went
with Guinevere, it was in a big ass gymnasium. I'm going to get through the story, I promise. And we had donuts and it was fun. I get into this. I now have 3 times as many children as I did the first time I ever did this. And the room is smaller than the room we're sitting in right now. It's about half the size of the room we're sitting in right now. And there's about 20 dudes in here.
Donuts with Dad in the closet. That's great.
Donuts with Dad in the closet. Okay. There's like 20 dudes in there, all
20
of
dudes.
I swear, there was like
20
20 freaking dudes. in here.
20.
And all of them. Remember the conversation we were having? I think it was last week about proper attire. That what I think guys should have as their proper attire.
7:30
And I
in the morning.
said all of the things I despise. Every single one of them was wearing the things that I despise.
Tell them what they were wearing, babe.
They were all in shorts, golf shirts, ball caps, sunglasses, and flip-flops.
Flip-flops.
All of them. All of them. And here I am, dressed for success, pants, blue jeans, belt, my
What? The belt? The
my
belt?
boots, my dress shirt. I was in there. All right.
Were they wearing belts, babe?
No.
Did you look and see? Did you
Woman,
check?
I'm barely gonna make it through this story. So let me finish the story. Then you can give me some shit. Anyway, so I'm piling in here with this dude. Now, granted, I thought, okay, I'm gonna put the boys down. They see donuts. They're gonna remember how to walk again. They're gonna get excited, and I'm just gonna eat donuts with my children. Nope. I put them down. They lay flat on the ground and start screaming. Now, granted, they're the only kids screaming. Somehow, all of these other dads have their shit together, but not this guy. All of their children were quiet.
Now that's a friend right there.
Thank you, Sir Dreadnought,
Thank you, Sir Dreadnought.
for the gifting of the sub to the booty. That was
Ooh.
good. Okay. All of their kids are quiet because I guess they're better dads. You know, whatever. Okay.
Oh, that's a terrible
They're all quiet. And so both of my twin boys lay on the ground, start screaming bloody murder. Screaming. Not screaming. Screaming. Okay? And they're all now looking at me like I dropped them or something. I'm like, the fucker just wants to lay down and scream. I don't know what's wrong with them. So they're all looking at me. So I'm scrambling to get donuts, and I get them on the plate. And Guinevere, thankfully, is very quiet, except she had a mini breakdown when I gave her orange juice instead of red juice.
Oh, yeah. She was talking about that today.
Yeah. So
She did get the red juice.
she did get the red juice. We finally fixed it. So anyway, so that was that. We finally got them to eat donuts. The thing about the donuts was as soon as one would finish one, they'd start screaming. So I didn't get any donuts. I never got sat down. I didn't get any donuts. I just didn't care at that fucking
I
point.
felt so bad.
No, I didn't eat
sister,
donuts.
She goes, Daddy just watched us eat donuts.
Yes.
I'm like, oh no.
Yes, I just watched because I didn't have the patience or anything to do anything else. So we finally finished the donuts. Again, they refused to walk. I'm carrying both of them. I have no idea where my daughter's class is. I'm like, baby, just go to your class. I don't know where it is. So she's like, hey, it's this way. So I follow her. She gets into her class. Now I'm holding. Now, fortunately, they're quiet, but I'm still holding them in my arms. And I'm getting tired of carrying them. I'm like, okay, boys, can you walk? Can you walk on your own? And they're like, yes, daddy. Yes, daddy. I can walk on my own. Yes, daddy. Yes, daddy. Okay. So I'm like, okay, are you sure? Son, you can walk on your own. Yes, daddy. Okay, son, can you walk on your own? Yes, daddy. Okay. I put them on the ground. I fucking lay flat in the middle of the hallway, screaming bloody murder. And I shit you not, this other dad who was holding the hand of his daughter, I think it was, who was perfectly calm, steps over my children and says, and looks to me and says, boy, you got your handful there. I'm like, ha, 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 ha. Yeah, thanks, bud. Yeah, thank you for that.
Master of observance.
So then, thankfully, Grandma comes in. I don't know her name, but she's like 90 years old. I don't know. She comes down the hall, and she apparently knows these children. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but anyway, she knows these children. She picks up one of them, and she's like, let's go. I'm like, thank you, Grandma. So I pick up the other one. We go there. We drop them off, and that's the end of it.